Hello there, everyone. We have meteorologist Rebecca Sweet here and
digital storyteller / documentarian William Winnett.
That's right.
Me.
It's been a while since you and I have done one of these, so this might be a little rusty.
Yeah, it's also like 8 o'clock in the morning. And it's hard to have personality that early unless you're Miss Rebecca Sweet, who has personality all the time.
Oh, man, who's been up since 2 o'clock in the morning. So we've had the whole day rolling. William, we get to talk about one of my favorite things this time of year, thunderstorms. Do you like thunderstorms?
You know, I do enjoy a nice rainy day with a little bit of thunder in the background.
Okay.
It's very chilled, very relaxing. It's definitely my speed.
You sound like you like it more for like the aesthetics, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
A little bit of gloom in the weather. I'm like, oh, you know what? It's a nice day to just relax.
Relax. Well, so what have you thought about some of the thunderstorms as of lately? I mean, they've been a little on the intense side.
Yeah. So funny story. There was that thunderstorm last week.
Yeah.
And I was leaving here at like 3 p.m.
Okay.
And I'm about to walk out the door and lightning hits so close to the station that I like feel it in my chest.
No way.
And I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to wait a second.
Oh my gosh.
I'm going to wait a second. And then I get an email later and it said that
we took a power hit, didn't we?
one of our monitors was down because lightning hit.
Ah!
And I'm like, is that what happened to me? And I'm just like, you know what? Yeah, let me wait a minute before I go out.
That's one of my biggest fears, to be honest, is being struck by lightning. I think that's why I make such a big deal about it, because did you know that if you can hear rumbles of thunder, you're obviously close enough to be struck by lightning, but if you're within 10 miles of lightning, you can be struck. Like a thunderstorm could be 10 miles away and you could still be struck.
Yeah, if I get struck by lightning and I survive, I'm buying a lottery ticket.
I would totally do that.
What else could happen?
New fear released. Okay, so that kind of gives me goosebumps. But you know what's funny, because I just came back from maternity leave, and the one thing that all of our meteorologists have been saying is that they're like, oh, good luck, because the models have really been rather tricky when it comes to summer forecasting. Do you ever feel that way sometimes in the summer where you're like, okay, there's a chance for showers and thunderstorms, but it may not happen? Has that ever happened to you, William?
You know, you think working in the news I'd be more tuned to the weather?
You don't pay attention, do you? You don't pay attention.
I don't. I feel like I'm disappointing you right now.
Yeah, you are. But you're like the actual typical viewer. Like, I mean, I get it. I totally get it. So yes, in this time of year, models can be super inconsistent. That does not mean, though, today that I feel pretty confident about today's showers and thunderstorms. So today is the Tuesday, the 28th, but sometimes we can run into a situation when it comes to our forecast where, like, yeah, models can sometimes really not show much, and then you get these showers and thunderstorms that pop up. And there's nothing worse, William, I'm sure, than being outside or having these plans, and all of a sudden Mother Nature just comes in and totally ruins those plans.
Yeah. Total nightmare.
Yeah, that is a nightmare. But, you know, there's other things that can impact thunderstorms. So first and foremost, kind of like today. So let's say we get this morning round of rain that moves in. Aesthetically speaking, William loves it. We get those rumbles of thunder, some cloud cover. What do you think about that?
Oh, it's going to be a great day.
I'm picturing it in my mind. But if we get that morning round of thunderstorms, what do you think that's going to do the second round? What do you think, William? I want to hear your answer first.
Are you quizzing me on?
No, I kind of am, but I'm curious because you're like the typical viewer. So it's like, I want to know what you would think would happen. No wrong answer.
No wrong answer?
Yeah.
I'm going to be as unprepared as I always am.
Okay.
No umbrella, shorts, just letting the water beat off my hair as I run to the car and try to avoid lightning.
Yeah. Okay. So so if we had a morning round that moved through, you might not have an issue when you're heading home from work, William.
Perfect.
Which would be really nice. So you wouldn't have to worry about being struck by lightning. So sometimes if you can get one round of rain that moves through in the morning, or it moves through ahead of another time, it kind of makes the atmosphere really stable, and it kind of ruins our chances for maybe an additional round of showers and thunderstorms. So it's like one round of storms impacts another round of storms. And did you know when it comes to summer showers and thunderstorms, we have a lot of factors that go into making these thunderstorms happen. It's kind of like cooking. You need to have all the ingredients.
What are those ingredients?
Okay, so great. I'm so glad you asked, William. So I like to think of those ingredients as like moisture, instability, wind shear, lift. I mean, you have to have all of those things in order to get some really cool thunderstorms. So if you were baking a cake and you had all the ingredients, but you forgot the eggs, the cake wouldn't be the same. Like, it just wouldn't happen.
It's a very disappointing cake.
I know. Are we making you hungry this morning?
I haven't had breakfast yet.
I had some Cheerios. So I mean, it'd be like having Cheerios without the milk. So if we go into a day where we're like, hey, all these thunderstorms could happen, but we miss one ingredient, the forecast can bust, and that can totally happen. I think that's why sometimes people have a little bit of a lack of trust with meteorologists, because all it takes is really one factor for something to not happen. You know, I was gone for most of the month in July on maternity leave, but William, like you said, last Wednesday, so if you look to last Wednesday, this is on the July calendar, that day we had almost 1.5 inches out at McGee-Tyson Airport. Did you guys have flooding at your house?
Actually, yeah. For some reason, I come down. Me and Rebecca live
We live close to each other, yeah.
Yeah. So I'm coming down my road, and there's like a railroad tie in the middle of the road, and the road's all flooded. And it was bizarre.
That is so bizarre.
And yeah, but no, our road was flooded. A lot of roads on the way in were flooded.
Yeah.
There's a bridge going to I-75 that was flooded. I had to go around it. It was it may have been the worst torrential downpour that I've ever driven in.
Yeah. But in like timing wise, it was really bad too, because it was in the afternoon. We had some heavy rain. I mean, we had flooding outside of our house as well. And like that is what goes to show. I mean, some of these showers and thunderstorms that we've had, even in the month of July, they have just been so powerful when it's come in from the moisture aspect of it. So it's kind of been feast or famine. Some areas have gotten like, boom, a ton of rain. Other areas, totally dry. So July's been kind of a weird month. July has also been pretty darn hot. I mean, look at these 90s. Obviously, July is one of the hottest months that we have of the year. But I mean, we started off the month with temperatures into the upper 90s. I asked you, William, I was like, okay, how do you like to stay cool? What's your favorite way in the summer?
You know, I had vacation. My birthday's July 4th. So that's
right. Happy belated birthday, William.
Thank you. Also, shout out to my younger brothers, Diesel and Thunder. They're twins. It's their birthday today as well.
Oh, my gosh.
But so I had that entire week off, and you see those temperatures, 95, 97, 91. Like, I stayed inside.
You did?
And I canceled my plans. I'm like, I'm not going to travel. We had plans to go to Franklin, Tennessee, spend a couple days, and we're just like, you know what? No, it's way too hot for that. So we stayed inside and watched all the Toy Story movies.
Oh my! Did you see the new one in theaters?
I did.
Okay.
I did. It was very good.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah, you
That's
enjoyed
a fun. I did. We watched it too. I think going to a movie theater is probably one of the best ways to stay cool any time of year when it comes to hot weather.
We went like 3 times to the theaters during that week.
Really?
Just because it killed time and it was cool.
It's nice. I mean, so I'd say our family. Top few ways to stay nice and cool would be swimming pool. I mean, I love the swimming pool. So fun. You can't go wrong with it. Nice public pool. Ice cream. Favorite flavor, William?
Ooh, so I used to work at Baskin Robbins.
You did?
Back in 20 years ago. Pralines and cream from Baskin Robbins.
Okay.
Favorite ice cream flavor.
I've had that before, and it's delicious. My kids like, what's the kind that's blue? Is it cotton candy or bubble gum? I'm quizzing you now again. Ice cream.
Probably both.
I think bubble gum, and it has actual bubble gum pieces in it. My kids love that one. I think you can't go wrong with chocolate chip cookie dough.
That's a good one too.
Yeah. So ice cream is a top way to stay nice and cool. And then, we did this last week, and we had so much fun doing it. And they're actually going to be on next week. William and I are going to be talking to one of the people at the ice chalet. We went ice skating in July, and it was a blast.
Are you a good ice skater?
I mean, I'm from North Dakota, so everyone, you learn how to walk, you learn how to ice skate up there. But I was fascinated at how amazing it was to be in this winter wonderland in the middle of July. It felt so good. But could you imagine having to keep that place cool?
I couldn't imagine the power bill.
I know. And that's what we're going to talk about with them next week. So William and I are going to geek out with them over it next week. But if you're looking for fun ways to stay cool with your family, either William's suggestion, stay in, watch some movies. Anything else?
Really, it was so hot that we didn't want to have hot food for dinner.
Oh, smart.
So we literally had cottage cheese and sliced cucumbers for dinner. I'm just like, it's too hot.
Well, that's what my parents used to always say, that when it's hot outside, don't turn on the oven.
Oh, no oven, no dryer, no dishwasher, anything that would produce heat.
No clothes.
It's a no-go.
Just kidding.
Whoa, hey.
I mean, maybe some swimsuits. Keeping this PG, everybody.
We're gonna
just
keep
try and wear your swimming suit everywhere that you can. Okay, let's transition, shall we? Some good news, William.
Yes, ma'am.
Dew points are going to be on the decrease as we go throughout the rest of the week. That means it's not going to be as hot and sticky. What do you think about that?
I think, excuse my ignorance, I don't know what a dew point is.
What?
I'm-
Okay, so that's a great question. Dew points is when we talk about, okay, so you know when you like have a glass here, I have my glass here of water. So do you ever notice in the summer when you have a really cold bottle of water and you set it outside, what happens on it?
It's the condensation, right?
Yes, the condensation. So the dew point is the temperature as to when you get condensation. So when the temperature and the dew point are the same, what happens?
Then you get condensation at that temperature.
You do. You get condensation. So that's when we talk about so the closer the temperature and the dew point are, the higher the relative humidity is going to be. I know, that's my little dance right there. So when we have higher dew points, it feels sticky. It's hotter outside. It just feels like summer and kind of gross. Oh, this graphic right here. This graphic shows it perfectly. But when you have lower dew points, it feels more comfortable. So I'm not saying that we're going to be getting to the comfortable range per se by the end of the end of this week, but it's going to be just a little less sticky, not unpleasant.
I love that you have a visual
I
representation.
know. I was
ready.
like, oh, I have this graphic. This is great. So, yeah, so by the end of the week, dare I say, if you're brave enough, I probably might do it for a little bit, but don't forget to close your windows. Open them up in the morning. If we have drier, cooler air in place, quote unquote cooler, highs in the 60s, wouldn't it be nice to open up your windows and just get some of that beautiful, fresh summer air in your house?
That's one thing that my partner, she gets on my case about is not opening the doors and the windows.
Yeah. Oh, she likes it or she does not like it?
Oh, she loves it.
Okay.
She loves it.
I'm the same way. In the fall, I do it all the time. But I mean, by the end of this week, maybe for an hour or so, especially if you get up early, like William and I do, open them up, get some of that fresh air, and it should be super, super nice. But anyway, William, this summer it's been all over the place. We've had a lot of heavy rain. We've had hot temperatures. I mean, it's summer in East Tennessee. What else do we expect?
What do we expect? Snow in September, probably. I don't know. The earliest I've seen snow here,
Okay.
Halloween.
I actually do remember that.
10 years ago, we
Yes.
had a heavy snowfall on Halloween.
Yes, I do remember that.
Why is it happening so early? Why would it?
Well,
have
yeah,
possibly
what
happened
did
so
someone
early?
say? And I took note of it. I have to remember this, what they said. Oh, they said if you, and I love East Tennesseans who have these weather folklores because I'm like, oh, maybe they're right. They said if you have loud thunderstorms in the summer, so really loud thunder, you tend to have more impressive snowfalls in the winter. I have no idea how those two would correlate with each other. I have no idea. But I was like, I'm going to have to keep track because don't you feel and this is just me personally, and maybe I've had more energy to focus on them. Some of the storms that we've had as of this summer, the thunder has just been so loud.
Yeah, and is there a heat thunder? Is that a thing?
Yeah, no, it is a thing. But these all thunderstorms all happen at night, so I can't imagine that the heat would have
True.
No. Some of them did happen during the day. There was one thunderstorm in July. Do you remember it? It was you were probably at work, but it was so impressively loud that I felt like everyone was talking about just how loud the thunderstorms were.
Yeah. So if it correlates to the amount of
Yeah.
snowfall, is it too early for a winter weather outlook?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, my bad. No.
Whatever, William. Tell me the weather. What's the weather going to be on August 15th? Just kidding. That's why we have everybody who asks questions about that. But no, it's way too early to go into it. We'll be checking those woolly worms, obviously.
Love the woolly worms.
All the fun weather folklore to kind of get maybe an idea of what winter will bring. But for now, maybe just thinking of winter can be some good internal thoughts to help cool you off because a couple months from now, we're all going to be complaining about how cold it is.
That's true.
That's
very
true. Hey, thanks, William, for doing this
thank you.
10 weather chat with me. It was a blast.
It was. And one more thing. Welcome back,
Thanks.
Miss Rebecca Sweet. Welcome back to the station. We're so happy to have you. You are a ray of sunshine in our
You are
newsroom.
my ray of sunshine. Thanks, William. Love you, buddy.